Scene 24. Pad Talk. Relationships are meant to progress. It might be a struggle and unpredictable, but feelings change every day. I feel it. I feel it so strongly that I can't control myself when I'm with him. It hurts! Ouch! It hurts! I ask for mercy in this small square room. I bite my lips and wince as the red liquid ointment seeps into my wound. That one sentence triggered Pran to slap me real hard, and when I moved closer to him, he kicked me off the bed. I failed to seize the chair nearby in time and fell down. My elbow scratched the edge of the bed and got wounded. Par stares at my face and sighs as she wipes the excessive liquid off my fresh wound. She fans it with a notebook so it won't stain the sheet when I go to bed. It's midnight. Par shakes her head tiredly, the way she always did back when my mouth ripped after several fights with Pran. You can never break the habit of getting yourself hurt, huh? Who'd have thought he'd kick me that hard? What did you do to him? I want to explain everything, but we should keep the personal stuff to ourselves. I can't just shout to the world that I've only been able to masturbate up until now. I heave a sigh. If God knew, he'd call me a chicken for another 10 lifetimes. I don't have to care though. The person I care about the most is not ready. I can only accept it. I'm not putting on a bandage to air out the wound. Just be careful. I'm going to bed now. Yeah, thanks. My sister puts away the first aid kit and leaves. I lie down on my bed and look at the curtain of another person's room. The light is still on. He probably has a hard time sleeping as well. In the morning, I pretend to get exhausted from diarrhea. My mom lets me go as a result, not forcing me to spend time with Punch. Now I have more time to study for the rest of the exams, but it's hard to concentrate. I usually went to the library with my friends and the girls would tutor us. It's impossible to slip out, and Gon complained about how the girls wouldn't tutor them if I didn't come. I'm not sure if they needed me there because I'm handsome or because I can definitely decrease the mean score. As soon as Gon knows I'm not grounded anymore, he drops by and begs my parents to allow me to study with him. He promises that he'll take good care of me. Receiving some desserts as presents, they treat Gon so nicely as if he's their other son. Their kids never fawn on them, so these two elderlies easily fall into the trap of this cunning devil. How could you stand it? It felt fucking suffocating. What a damn devil. Listen to what he said after getting inside the latest Audi model. Gon sighs and changes the radio channel. He was flattering my parents just now. Your dad is no joke. He bought you an Audi to make you stay at home. Amazing. He wants to separate Pran and me. Oh, so that's how it is. He lured you to go home with this car. Yeah, I answer inevitably. They even found me a girlfriend. Oh, did your wife know about this? Did he stab you in the guts? Brand new. I tried to make up with him last night and he kicked me. I scratched my elbow and my stomach bruised. He gets violent when jealous, huh? Gon laughs. I don't want to describe how Pran actually is when he's jealous. As for the cause of these wounds, I let Gon think for himself. The newest white Audi makes a turn into the parking lot moments later. Gon calls the other guys to ask which floor they're on. Then we head into the library. Jor and the guys holler at the second I enter, making the other people stare daggers at them. The library is quieter than usual since we're in the exam period. Long time no see. Poom greets and tosses the extra transcript to me. We studied a lot while you were gone. I only need to graduate. Yeah, right. You're going to take over your family's business anyway. Don't have to worry about grades. The four-eyed nerd scoffs. I smack his head and get a glower in response. What are you upset about? Did you miss me or something? Why would I? I saw Pran at the uni many times. I wondered why you two weren't together when your relationship was no longer a secret. I moved back to my house. Reply roughly, too lazy to explain my personal story. Pran had no problems going outside. At least he could do it more freely than me. Well, my parents locked me up and kept their eyes on me. As Pran said, my parents really trusted me, so it was a blow to them when something unexpected happened. And since the person who caused the unexpected situation was their son, this damn troublemaker, they've gotten more paranoid. Oh, the architecture guys are downstairs. Yeah? I'll be right back. Pat, you motherfucker! Come and study! Pran is studying with his friends on the first floor of the library. When he spots me, he looks pained. But when I drag a chair over and seat myself beside him without a care, he doesn't chase me away as I thought. You can step out of your house now? Yeah, go and pick me up. Pran mumbles a reply. Corn is next to him, smirking annoyingly. When's your exam coming up? The day after tomorrow. Have you eaten? I just got back from the cafeteria, but I left home in the morning. Won't you study for the exam? I'll do it soon. I almost said I missed him. I don't want to say things like that in front of others. I'd blush. I'm a shy person, you know. What time are you going home? Let's have dinner together. Where? The cafeteria will do. It's close by. Pran nods. It might be a short time, but it's enough. How's your wound? It's far from my heart. You joke all the time. I smile, happy that he's worried about me. Despite his cold expression, Pran couldn't hide the worry in his voice. My eyes land on his cheek, lips, and the neck. A small purple mark is visible. I left it before getting kicked off the bed last night. It was worth it. I'll go and study now, on the second floor. Text me when you're hungry. Pran nods. Hearing his friends snicker, the gang leader glares and frowns in aggravation. No one knows this but me. Pran scowls when he blushes. Go. Don't forget to text me. Okay. Study hard. I put my hand on his head and his friends whistle. Unable to contain his shyness, he vents it by flipping me off. I laugh and retreat, ascending the stairs to study with my group of friends. Despite getting to spend quality time with Pran, my heart withers the moment I've reached home. Gon has accompanied me, fortunately, and he tells my parents we had a meal together so I can skip the dinner with my family. I use the exam as an excuse for my sour face. My mom croons and pampers me by bringing a cup of warm milk to me in my room. She also tells me to sleep when it's only 8. The light in Pran's room is on by 9. It's not so often that I watch his shadow from my bed. The dark shadow takes off the clothes and spreads the towel. I guess he's going to take a shower after being out all day. My desire to make him mine is getting stronger. I dreamt about him numerous times and frequently masturbated while imagining his face in secret as therapy. After we touched each other that one time, my desire is burning like lava boiling in the ocean. I sigh. My wish to hold him is so overwhelming that I climb over to his balcony without thinking. Once Pran comes back from the shower, I knock on the glass door. Drops of water glisten on his skin. He only covers his lower body in a clean white towel. Again? Aren't you scared of death at all? Pran grumbles, vexed, but still opens the door. He allows me to sit on his bed while he walks back and forth before the closet in annoyance. Don't do it too often. I wanted to see you. We saw each other today. It's not the same. I couldn't hug you. I get up and fling my arms around his waist. Pran acts like he doesn't love me, even though he does. I can tell from his heartbeat when I touch him. But Let me dress up first. Your hair's all still wet. I'll dry it for you. Or your shirt will be wet too. I take the small towel on his shoulder and rub it on his raven hair. Fran's head shakes. I have fun rocking his head until he strikes my stomach with his knee. Are you having fun? Oh, it hit the old bruise. Fran lifts my shirt up in shock. The bruise is still vivid, troubling the attacker. Did you treat it? I did last night. What about today? Bar stayed over at her friend's. No one was there to do it for me. Can't you just do it by yourself? Pran nags, but still gets the ointment in the drawer and squeezes some on his hands. He pushes me down on his bed and applies the cool gel on my tummy, near the bruised area around my navel. His warm, soft fingers circle on my abdomen slowly and gently. Seeing his worried face from this angle gives me butterflies. My skin heats up under his touch, and something lower heats up even more strongly. Sensing my silence and body's reaction, Pran smirks. I'm at a disadvantage in this position. When he leans down and gives me a soft kiss on the mouth, all my energy vanishes. The smell of soap from Pran's body fills my nose. We kiss with no rush, then it gets more intense as our feelings reveal themselves. The sounds of our saliva, breath, and heartbeat mingle. Our overwhelming desire bursts out. I'm lying still, letting Pran take the lead, and he seems to enjoy it. Pran pulls my shirt off from my head. My pants roll away to the edge of the bed, and so does Pran's towel. Eventually, we're both naked. When our eyes meet, we see the deep desire reflected in them, like the lit candles in the utterly dark night. It's tempting and luring us into the inescapable cave. Pran and I switch places on this large bed. We both know instinctively that this time won't end the way it did before. This is not some guy friends jokes or amateurs helping each other out. Tonight, everything will change. But the room owner yelps when I flip his body one last time, slip my arms around his knees, and use my knees to push his legs open. I cover his lips with mine while grabbing the lubricant gel nearby to apply on his entrance and my hard thing. Pran, you wanted to, but let's give it a try, I whisper, pressing my body against his. I close my eyes and feel the hidden, soft part of his body with the gel. I kiss Pran over and over again, tasting his lips down to his chin, sniffing the sweat oozing out over his paws. Before I know it, Pran hits my back with his fists. My face distorts as I press down and insert my thing inside until we become one. He loosens his fists to dig his fingers in my back instead. Pran, on the receiving end, doesn't make a single sound. He bites his lip and breathes rapidly. I remove the strands of dripping hair from his forehead and put my thumb into his mouth to part his lips. Tears trickle down his face. I keep kissing his forehead and cheeks. Can you take it? Give me a second. Okay. I take a deep breath and caress his naked body to soothe him. I knead his nipples with my thumbs before moving down to the other place, trying to get him in the mood. His chest pops up and down as he breathes. But Pran's voice quivers. I'm still using my hand to arouse him, and his body is constantly reacting. I could just do it my way, but it's our first time taking a step forward. I want Pran to willingly give it to me. Is it no good? I ask softly, worried and aroused at the same time. Pran shakes his head, but I don't know what it means. Does it hurt so much? It hurts, he says. The cool gel is no use here. I weigh my options. my part inside still rock hard. It responds even more actively when the warm, soft body holds me in his arms. Do you want me to stop? I ask. I might not be able to hold myself back later on. Pran shakes his head again, his eyes shut. Move. You have to move. I look at his face. Pran isn't crying. The moment just now was too much for him since it's the first time. He grabs my neck and kisses me, breaking all the chains tethering my senses. I'm a wild beast being set free, unleashing my desire to possess his body, his heart, everything. My heart feels so full and flutters while I push in more deeply, stressing with my action that I've explored every inch of his body. I hold his head as I start pounding so it won't hit the bed head. We can hear the sounds of our flesh bumping against one another and the sheet moving. His pale skin under the light reddens from his face to his neck. I savor his taste with my mouth and take in his scent. Our unclothed bodies intertwine, filling the void in our hearts. We change positions without rest. It's like we've been stolen by darkness and left all the problems behind. There are only us, just us. I love you, Pran, I say in his ears, suppressing the satisfied moan in my throat to avoid waking the others up. Pran does the same. He relieves his aching feelings by sinking his teeth into my shoulder, but I don't mind. If I could make one wish in the starless night, I'd wish this night would go on for an eternity. End of scene 24.